What's going on YouTube? Earth Power here with proxies and announcements. So don't everybody get super excited all at once. Forgive me, and I guess forgive us, the channel, everybody involved with that, mostly me, for the lack of content over the last several years. That probably will not cease, life doing what it does, but I'm happy to bring you guys a video today with some special announcements if you guys hang out towards the end of this, as well as I got some more proxies made. So long and the short, and you guys can check in the description, I will have the links and the details on how to create your own proxies using this website, but it's through Make Playing Cards, and very similar to the proxies that I had done with Vlad back in now is almost 3 years ago. We got some proxies made to use around the channel so you guys could still see them in English. Makes for learning the game much easier and much more affordable when you've got friends that you're trying to teach the game. But yeah, I went through a website called Make Playing Cards with some help from the community. And I will have those links and everything down below for how to actuate your cards and set up your orders so that you guys can get proxies built like mine, and hopefully you won't make the mistake that I'll show you guys here shortly. But yeah, you guys can make some very easy to use, very playable Duel Master cards. So as you can see, I made several. I made a couple of different decks, which is what they call it. You choose your deck size, you choose however many cards you want, and then you put the images into this this creator, and at the end of it you make sure and confirm that this is the order you want, and they make all of those proxies for you for pennies on the dollar, compared to what some of these cards are worth just on their own. So yeah, we're gonna go over and take a look and compare these to some of Vlad's. I think he uses a very similar program / printer, but now that he is back in school and life stuff as well, just taking over for him, he is no longer making proxies, at least not as consistently as he was. And so yeah, going through this website made things super easy. The turnaround was about 2 weeks from when I placed the order to when they actually arrived. And just, yeah, pretty cool all the way around. So we're gonna take a look at some of these proxies together. This is my first time seeing them. Obviously, you just saw me open it. So just grab a pile of these. And I just made a bunch of just standard staple stuff that we use in decks all the time. The quality feels great. The card quality on this is awesome compared to a real card. It's very hard to tell the difference based on the weight. It is very obvious. You know, I've got Holkus here. I can go pull a real Holkus here for you. Bear with me. Just doing this on the fly as we do here on the channel. Per the usual. Slight editing maybe. But this is an authentic Holkus. In my right, or in my left, your right. And then this is the proxy. Obviously, it's a much brighter print. You can see, I think the real noticeable thing is just where they put the actual text for the artist. You can see kind of the greenish hint and hue of the art. This is much more cleaned up. This hasn't, you know, this is obviously just a 20-year-old card at this point, but yeah, otherwise, you know, pretty spot on and accomplishes the goal as far as giving you an aqua Holkus that you can put in a sleeve and use, and everybody knows what it does, and all the text is there. One noticeable difference between, and I guess I can get to, because I made some proxies of another card, and I'll get to that during the holos, but with the difference between Vlad's promos or Vlad's proxies, and I guess I can show you with this Torcon that I have pulled. This is one of Vlad's that he did for me back when I made the last video for proxies. Has the same back without the logo. Make Playing Cards is very strict about that. They want to make sure you're not using any copyright or any defining marks to potentially use to resell. They have an audit team, so if you try to slip that by, they are going to catch it. And all things considered, I did try with just a normal backing, removing the copyright logo symbol, and they said nope, it's still too close to the original piece, even though on the front too, you know, what Vlad was able to get away with was the actual Wizards of the Coast text with the common marking and the set symbols. Make playing cards, or at least the website that I used for the image pack, did not have that. So that is the difference between, you know, just having somebody else build that order for me, essentially going through Vlad. They had that copyright stuff on the front. None of these proxies are going to have that, which is, again, a distinguishing mark. And again, at the end of the day, if you're trying to be out there slimy, and I guess I should preface this video with, you know, if you're still here a couple of minutes in, preface this with, don't be a jerk. Don't be a turd. You know, don't try to take advantage of people. Don't make these proxies and then turn around and try to sell them. But you know, the fortunate thing about Make Playing Cards is that they do have a very strict audit team, which is great, making sure that, you know, there's no way for somebody to be able to pass this off as an authentic card, turn around and sell these and, you know, try to pull the wool over somebody's eyes. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to have fun. That is the point of this awesome Duel Masters community that we have. So all of that to say, you know, again, the difference between the authentic one and just a regular Holcus, you know, you can see the coloration. It's much brighter. It's a clear proxy, even like the one symbol there. It's bigger, maybe almost just the image pack that I used, which again, I will have linked down below so you guys can pull from it and use the images. Again, no set symbol, no Wizards of the Coast insignia, no copyright there. And then the big one is on the back, you know, an authentic Duel Masters card will have the Duel Masters trading card game with the logo and the copyright. And then the backs of these cards, the backing that I used was the same one that Vlad used, that just doesn't have any of the symbols on it. It still has the card back, but again, an obvious proxy, so that we're not trying to take advantage of anybody's lack of knowledge or therein. So that being said, just looking at all of these that we had printed, again, the card quality is great. Got a bunch of Holcus, Terror Pits. Again, you know, you can, and it's almost obvious, which is good on the front. You know, you can tell it's a proxy because none of the set symbol stuff's down there. Card almost looks naked, for lack of a better way of saying it. I'm hoping I'm not jaunting around too much for you guys. I think you guys can see this where I'm holding it, but yeah, so we've got those. We made a bunch of Helix because that card just sees a ton of play nowadays, so couldn't not just get a ton of those. Julianas, because that's just another expensive rare from DM, whatever that is, 11 or 12, whatever set that came out, and not gonna spend that kind of money on Julianas. We did go absolutely nuts. I'll just pick all of these up at this point. On Soul Swap, couldn't get enough of those for just decks and future decks, and anybody who wants to take one down the line, you know, I will absolutely spend 50 cents on a proxy Soul Swap versus an authentic one, especially at this point in my life with other things vying for my resources, for lack of a better way of saying it. So this is kind of cool. You know, they've got the set symbols in here. I know with Vlad's, they were a little bit more defined. Obviously with this print, the image pack that we used, this almost looks too thinned out, which again is fine for a proxy. But again, to back up, it accomplishes the goal. The text is there, that's all we want. We just need to know we're playing a Sky Sword. At the end of the day, the card stock is what's really important. The fact that this is just really nice. Not even heavy, it feels like an authentic card, you know, compared to, you know, Holcus in my hand versus the Sky Sword. Couldn't tell the difference weight-wise, size-wise. You know, the card is almost identical when it comes to just fitting what you need it to fit, when it comes to just a really good quality proxy card. So yeah, made a bunch of Sky Sword because those guys are always seeing use. Got some more Pala Olesis, went for some Slash Chargers, Cranium Clamps, Made some Ice Vapors. Got a ton of Aqua Surfer because you can just never have enough of this guy. We got, oh yeah, I guess where it wrapped up, I needed to fill 6 extra slots because I think it was like 56 or 130. It was just some weird number, so I ended up just making a few more Terra Pits and a couple more Buicks because why not? So that's all the common cards. Again, very similar to Vlad's, which I like. It's just the card stock's great, which again will be linked down below with all the parameters on how to set that up for yourself, so that you guys can make some quality proxies if you guys are into doing that. This is not a paid advertisement, just want to shout out just something great for the community, a great community resource, especially for those of you who have friends who want to play, and you know the barrier to entry is essentially just money at this point because 20-year-old card game and the stuff is expensive. So this is what I was afraid of. So I made a mistake when I ordered the Holos. So I've got a comparison Holo here. Let me see real quick. Yeah, there it is. All right, so I'm gonna jump to the Bolmetius Holo that I had created. So this is Vlad's proxy. Again, looking at the back of it, same backing as in the common one, but the front has that kind of hollow sheen to it. Not a standard hollow, the whole card is hollow versus just the image. Again, Vlad's had the set symbols and all that stuff down there, which I'm sure there's probably an image pack for, but I was just doing this on a whim very quickly, and again, didn't need all that, just to have a proxy that worked. However, when I ordered all of these, I didn't realize, and this is something I will point out in the description below when you're setting up your parameters to order your cards. If you're going to do a hollow sheen, you have the option of doing the hollow on the front or the front and the back. And your boy, old Earth Power over here, did not double check and triple check his order before sending it off, but I got a hollow back for all of my hollow proxies. So fortunately, from what it feels like, is that it didn't change the weight all that much. You know, it's still a very, you know, pliable card, still, you know, does what you need it to, still feels, again, like an authentic card. I'm not going to pull out a Bolmetius and start, you know, touching it and, you know, doing all the stuff to it, but still follows the weight, still has everything going that you want it to. The text is there, it's holographic. But I think in the future, what I wanted to do, and this is why I wanted to see kind of what the Holos look like from Make Playing cards, it does almost dim the card out. It seems very dim, just the way the light's grabbing it. Here, I don't know if you guys are catching any of that from what I'm doing, you know, down here, but you know, it seems very almost darkened, like it darkened the card, and I don't know if I like that. So I think in the future, if I end up ordering more holos or more cards that would be hollow, I don't know that I would necessarily go for the holographic front. I think I would just get them just like the commons, so that they're bright, you can read them, and it just accomplishes the same goal, minus the fact that they just won't have that, you know, fake hollow sheen to them, if that makes sense. So yeah, just looking at all the cards here, got some multi-sieves, Blue Mercus, had to get more of the miraculous spells. And again, the quality feels great, and that's the goal. At the end of the day, these are proxies. They're meant to be proxies. They're not here to serve any other purpose other than going in a deck and being able to be used so that people know the card you're using when you play it. So got some holo versions of Pit, holo versions of Holcus, which was fun. And now the big announcement, which will tail the end of this video, which I will get into for a few more minutes here, is GenCon 2025. I will be going. Faririn will be helping host as well. Myself and him are going to be organizing a lot of the events Kaijudo, and 2 Duel Masters events throughout that weekend. GenCon 2025 will take place July 31st through August 3rd. That will be linked down below as well. And we will be doing tons of giveaways, prizes for the tournaments, including the mat that you see here, which do a quick little fade out for you guys, minus the editing. Let's do that. It is a Spellground of Bolmedius. So move these cards off to the side and you can kind of see what we got going on here. So it is a 2-sided Spellground with red, and then the other side, I almost prefer the red side. I kind of like it, but I can definitely see some people getting behind the blue side as well. There will be regular Spellgrounds for the main events. I believe we're giving them out for winners, but forgive me if I'm wrong. Chance will probably correct me in the comments. But we will be giving some out during the event, as well as to the winners of these specified and the specific tournaments. We will be hosting a Kaijudo event Friday. I guess that would be August 1st. And then the second Saturday, we'll be doing the DM 1 through 5 event. So a limited format of cards used only from base set through to survivors, those first 5 sets. And then, yeah, on Saturday, we'll be doing just a standard DM 12 event. English, TCG, rules, no ban, or everything's available except for Bombazar. Proxies are allowed, the whole 9. And yeah, it'll just be a good time to be had by all. So I will be there. I know we've got a handful of others. I will link our Discord down below that Chance has created. Chance Moore, aka Faririn P, on the Discord channel. Yeah, we have a GenCon Discord, as well as American Discord as well, for anybody who needs more information, wants more information, is in the Indianapolis area during that time and just wants to stop through. Lovers of Duel Masters, Kaijudo, the whole 9. We will be there. We will be hanging out, casual events, tournaments. Yeah, meet and greets. I'll be there. I'm going to have a ton of prizes, which was the point of this guy, which I made. Just a GenCon Torcon winner stamped with GenCon 2025. So we will be giving these out to the finalists of the Duel Masters events. And then for the Kaijudo events, we will have something else special as well. And then I will be having a ton of participation promos as well for GenCon, just standard, non-shiny Torcons, essentially. So yeah, we're going to be having some fun with it. Got these guys printed through Make Playing Cards, which works in conjunction with this video. So hope you guys enjoy. Hope to see you guys there. And yeah, Chance has got Spellgrounds made, and it's gonna be a really good time. So yeah. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post them down in the video below. Chance and I would be happy to answer those for you. But yeah, come by, hang out. Indianapolis, July 31st through August 3rd, GenCon 2025. It's going to be a blast. So, or going to be, I guess, a blast for Kaijudo, a trigger for Duel Masters, however that goes. So, dad jokes aside, we're getting into that part of the video now. So, I think that's all I've got. But yeah, guys, appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, that whole shindig, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.